we need to be prepared who we're giving this elevator pitch to. Obviously, if we step on an elevator or if we're having, we happen into a conversation about a job search, we're not going to be 100% prepared. But when we go to that interview, when we go to conferences, when we're at a LinkedIn local event, we need to make sure that we have that customized. What we have here is kind of a formula that we use that will help us create a draft. And then as we're working through our job search, we will be focusing on specific. This is really kind of our formula for putting one together. We need to think about our style, our target position, our industry, the situation that we're in, and our audience. I do HR and administration. My elevator pitch is going to be very different than someone who's in sales that is able to talk very specifically about the industry that they're in, what they've sold, and the successes that they've had. But saying that, we do want to organize our pitch to focus on solving a company or industry problem, taking advantage of an opportunity or taking advantage of an opportunity. I love this statement because some of us are pivoting in a job. So we don't have hardcore data to say how we've done something, but we need to be researching the industry specifically, finding out what the hot topics are in that industry, and then figure out how to incorporate some transferableness of something that we've done before. And also make sure, remember we were talking about credibility, making sure that the person that we're speaking with knows that we know what we're talking about. I may not be in state government right now, but I absolutely understand the concerns that they have. So we'll be working on that in our elevator pitch as well today. So, we talked about the personal branding statement. If you've done that session already, you already have your personal brand thought out and ready. But it's this formula here where you see it's your interface, 3 top selling assets, the benefit to the employer, and then your unique story and delivery is your personal brand. So here's our formula that I talked about. Remember, there's no perfect way to put together an elevator pitch. You're going to make yours fit for who you are. Your name and your position seeking is the first thing you want to write down. And then a statement of a typical employer or industry problem that you can solve or an opportunity that you can take advantage of. So this is going to be, if you are in technology, you want to be thinking about an industry problem that you have solved or can solve and how you would take advantage of that. Again, super critical for anyone who's trying to pivot into a new role. When you're at the table giving your elevator pitch, you want to make sure, someone's looking at your resume saying, well, they've never even done this industry before. You want to be mentioning those hot topics within the industry so that they know, what you're talking about. Next will be your solution, how you solve or have solved that problem or could take advantage of that opportunity using your unique combination of skills, experiences, and gifts. That goes back to your brand. And then last is evidence of previous success or the value that they will receive. This is where we're going to insert that data. I had $1.1 million impact to sales within my organization. We're going to really put that data in there to show credibility and conciseness that we know what we're talking about. And the last is the close. I said this is where job seekers do struggle sometimes. We want a strong ask. We want a strong, here's why I'm telling you my elevator pitch. So we'll be thinking about that as well. My core elevator pitch is right here. And one thing that I love, when I wrote this, Craig led our group. He was the facilitator for this session. And, I struggled because I'm 53 and I felt very old and saying, I felt like saying 20 plus years of HR experience just branded me as being old. And so he coached me through some of these words. So if that's you, if you feel like there's younger people interviewing with you, you may be perceived as gray hair and older, be thinking about the language that you're using, and you'll see that here.